Hey everyone, it's me, the Otaku Fango, here to do Solomon Let's Plays. So, after Babylonia, we have come to the final singularity, Solomon, the Grand Temple of Time. Unfortunately, to participate in those pillar battles, I had to skip the story per se. I didn't read it, luckily, but I did participate in all the battles, because I wanted the materials, and I have this final one, so you'll actually get to see some fighting from me. That's a good thing, but for the majority of it, it's just going to be me reading the story. Unfortunately, it kind of sucks that way, but it's like, well, I wanted those materials, and I couldn't record, and, like, it's a big, bad situation that's how that went. Unfortunately, that's why I couldn't record events, because it's like, you have a certain limited amount of time to do these things, so that's why I tried doing the summer event. That didn't work out, so yeah. Anyway, we're just gonna jump into this, and we're gonna read through all of this, except for, I don't know if it just depends on how this goes. I don't know, because, like, after we read 9, we'll go defeat him, and then we'll see what happens after that, so yeah, let's just start with this. Alright, wonderfully done, caster. We have eliminated all— oh god, it's on auto. Okay, I did not notice that. We have eliminated all 6 of other masters. We have won the Holy Grail War. Once I used my command spell to make you kill yourself. The ceremony will be complete. Well, that's, not fun. The Greater Grail will be filled with the souls of 7 servants, and the magical reactor core used to reach the root will activate. Yay? And then, the third magic shall finally take form. The third magic is a materialization of souls. Humanity shall escape the shackle of the physical body and be released from all suffering caused by its limitations, and advance to a new stage. You are a sacrifice for that purpose. I am sure you understand, caster. I nodded in agreement. Humanity's salvation and growth were not the tasks given to me. If the humans of that era wanted to grow, I had no reason to stop them. Just as it was during my life, I simply did what was required of me. In the Fuyuki Holy Grail War, there would be no servant survivors. All servants were to be eliminated. Even I, the victor, was fated to commit suicide, compelled by my master's command spell. Well, someone's taking a note from Kirei here. No, that was a joke. I'm kidding, caster. I'm sorry, I got overexcited. I have no intention of offering my meritorious partner to the Greater Grail. I won't use my command spells either. They wouldn't work on you anyway. Do you understand? I will not activate the Greater Grail. The third magic means nothing to me. As the head of the Amusphere family and chairman of the Astromancy division, I must reach the root in my own unique way. It's preposterous to ask me to rely on other mages' theories. The miracle proposed by the Iceberg family, so okay. The materialization of souls, the growth of humanity. I have no intention of being part of such fantasies. That was an unexpected development. Marsbury didn't realize it. That was the first and last time he would ever tell a joke. What surprised me most, though, was how much his thoughts deviated from what I myself had seen. I asked him, then, what do you desire? I'm only after the Grail's ability to grant wishes, and my wish is clear. It's the completion of Chaldeus. Truth is, the one at Chaldea is still just a prototype. What the heck is he talking about? Talking about Mashu? It was built to satisfy the sponsors. Sure, it functions as an Earth model, but it's far from being complete. It's just like the Greater Grail, Caster. The theory is complete, but the all-important fuel power it is lacking. The Greater Grail requires the souls of heroic spirits, but my Caldeus needs something more realistic. To power Caldeus, I would need to take over power plants that could generate enough electricity for an entire country, for no less than 6 months even. Essentially, I need a budget that could fund an entire nation, but with the only assets I have are my precious offshore oil rig, Sarah Fix, and a French nuclear reactor I managed to buy the other day. How do you just buy a French nuclear reactor? What? Okay. That's not nearly enough. Simply put, I need more funds. Go steal, rob a bank? I don't know. That's fine. Laugh at my absurdity and shallowness if you so wish. Despite the divine greatness that is the Greater Grail, I seek it for neither eternal life nor the root itself. What I want is a giant pile of money! Of course he does. Marsbury told me to laugh. There was nothing funny about it. Creating a miracle was his life's work. It wasn't something he could get someone else or something else to do for him. Instead, he asked for the time it would take to complete his task to be shortened. Probably because he didn't have much longer left to live. Okay. He determined that in the 10 years he had left, there was no way for him to complete and activate Caldeus. And so, to hasten its activation, he joined the Fuyuki Holy Grail War. The war was fun, to him, a shortcut. It would allow him to obtain the necessary resources without becoming indebted to rival families or having to worry about financing it and its inherent complications. He'd leave no traces. Nobody would be able to see what was coming. You'll never see it coming. You say that my mind is too fast for your eyes. Anyway, thank you, Caster. I knew you would understand. Your cooperation will allow us to keep this ending our little secret. Okay, yeah, I had to read that again. Like, wait, what am I saying? We can let the world think that Saber and their master won the Fuyuki Holy Grail War. What? What? Wait, what? Okay. Only a coward would cover this up, but if I don't, the other lords will be able to get in my way. No matter what it costs, I will complete the true Caldeus and activate it. It will be necessary in order to secure humanity's future. By doing so, Professor Lev Sheba will not only be able to see the future, but the light of the past as well. And pseudo-spiritron projection, the ray shift theory, will no longer just be a theory. Why did the ages of gods come to an end? Why was the foundation of humanity remained unstable since advent of the Anno Dominion era? Once the ray shift works, we'll be able to answer those questions. I knew this man was dangerous in a unique way to mages. Simply put, he lacked the sense of morality. But his burning passion and love for humanity were unwavering. I signaled my consent. This Greater Grail was not to be used to reach the root, but to grant one man's wish. To grant one's desire. Yes, how ironic. The end result is turning out to just be the kind of nonsense the original ritual's creators promised. I laughed in agreement, but only because I could tell that Marsbury's smile wasn't entirely genuine. What about you, Caster? Hey, don't tell me you forgot about what the Einsburn said. The Holy Grail will grant the victor's wish. Both the master and the servant have the right to ask for a wish. A wish. I wish for immense wealth, but what about you? What will you wish for? The death of humanity! You can't change the past, but you can change how it is viewed today. Or would you like to be incarnated and live a second life? I froze. I never expected this question. My wish. My wish. My wish. I never had the freedom to ask for one, so I was about to say I didn't have one. But no, I did. I can really wish for anything, Marsbury. Yes, anything but the life of Marsbury Hemisphere, the man who summoned you. Come now, Castor. No. Ah, I knew it. No, Solomon, King of Mages, my contractor, my one and only friend. Knowing you, your wish will be a righteous one. Say it with pride. What's his wish? I remember my lips rose up into a grin. And then the world went black. I'd love to know what his wish was. It was probably the death of humanity, right? Doctor, are you asleep? Doctor? Huh? Whoa, did I fall asleep? I'm sorry, guys. I know we're in a critical situation. Did we find the route to the singularity where Solomon's lurking? We barely have a day left. We're making good progress. If our calculations are correct, Chaldea will make contact with the final singularity in 4 hours. We'll begin the space-time fusion simultaneously with Master Sarah's ray shift. As long as it's within 72 hours of the fusion, we can escape the singularity by purging the Eastern Research Wing and transfer back to Chaldea Observatory normal time, December 31st, 2018. Huh, that's weird. I'm playing this on December 30th, 2018. I see. Everybody, take one last break then. You only have 4 hours, but get some sleep, get some food, and enjoy a nice chat or leave some records behind. Anything. Do something to refresh and relax a little. I'll keep an eye on things while you do. Understood. If anything happens while we're gone, call us, Doctor. Well, what a nice guy, letting them go off and spend the last few hours of their lives. Okay. Alright, it's time for the final stage. It's been 10 years since I came to Chaldea. Seems like a long time, and yet not. Honestly, this doesn't feel real to me yet. Foe, foe, foe! Oh, there you are, foe. When I think about it, you're a pretty strange creature too. Until Sarah came, you only showed yourself around MASH. What made you change your mind? I thought you were the kind of creature who feeds on humans, yet has no interest in them, just like Merlin. Foe, 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 foe! I can't really understand what you're saying. I may have been able to understand you back then. Yeah, I probably did. Well, I have a hunch about what you're saying. You're saying, are you okay with this? Magic Mari got mad at me over the internet too. She told me not to keep secrets anymore. Oh god, his magical girl crap. But, well, to be honest, I don't feel guilty. I can't explain my reasons. Besides, it still hasn't sunk in for me. Why did I come here to Chaldea? What was I doing before I did? And it's all stuff I absolutely can't explain. Not even a little. If I told them I came here to protect humanity just because I felt like it, that would be pretty lame, right? Oh, But I can explain how I came to run the medical division at such a young age. It's like we're getting like backstory on him, like he's just talking to himself, but he's talking to Foe. It's weird. Anyway. It's because I studied like any other person, of course. Competence is what got me this job. Follow. Come to think of it, I've spent the last decade doing nothing but studying, researching, and investigating. One day, I had a feeling that humanity was going to end. It was one of those bad dreams people get sometimes. Eventually, I was forced to realize that this feeling of mine was true. I had no way of denying it, yet no strength to make sure either. The only clue I had was that it would begin at Chaldea. I was filled with a sense of terror, and I was compelled to do something. So, I've done everything I possibly could over the past decade, like I was fleeing from this doom, like I was running away, screaming. I'm about to find out how this will end. I'm scared, but happy at the same time. I'm terrified! Like, Roman, you're scared, but I'm freaking terrified. Once this battle's over, I won't have to worry anymore. I can finally be free to do what I want with my time. Why are you flocking on the data on the demon gods? Oh, I see. You're worried about Sarah, huh? I'm worried for myself. As for who Solomon really is, well, I suppose I have some idea. Kingu was a good sample case. I thought the Solomon who appeared in London was a fake, but I didn't have any way to prove it. Heroic spirits have many aspects. That's why a single heroic spirit can manifest as a saber or a lancer, for instance. So even if the Solomon who incinerated humanity was a variation of the one in the legends, he is still Solomon, the father of magecraft, and if he is the real Solomon, Chaldea has no way to beat him. Yeah, we're all fucked. We're all gonna die. There were times when pessimism won out, and I thought that this grand order would end with humanity's defeat. But now, I don't feel that way. If I'm right, that Solomon has one weak point. What is it? Yes, just one. If he is the real Solomon, and at the same time, someone who is falsely claiming to be the king of mages. What? There's a void that Solomon can never reach, and it scares me. What scares me isn't whether I can take advantage of that opportunity. It's what I'm going to be thinking when I reach that void. Oh. Okay, that happened. What am I doing? Where am I? Oh, there's Matthew. I had a dream. A scene of a peaceful town. One I had seen before. I have to get my Matthew voice back. Hey, Mash! Good to see you're doing well again today. I'm sure things will be quiet tomorrow, too.
Hey, Gearlight. What are you doing with that shield? The city's the same as ever. There's no danger around.
That's right. We finally live in a utopia with no war, starvation, prejudice, or discrimination. Well, isn't that just a dream-like town? Oh wait, it is a dream.
There's no need to hate anyone. No need to fear anything. Because we've been released from death. Okay then.
We've been released from the sorrows of life. We're happier now than we ever thought possible.
Life has no end. The world has no end. Tomorrow will never be worse than today. This is the bliss of eternity.
Okay. This is weird. This is real weird.
No, I don't understand the happiness they speak of. Solomon, king of mages, the image you show me only frightens me.
Whoa. Why does it frighten you? These people have been released from finite lives, from the terror of death, from all their worries. What you see is a realistic, blessed world for humans taking form. Why would that frighten you, Mashu, whatever the fuck your name is? A promise tomorrow, a day that lasts forever, a life you needn't fear ending. That should be your salvation. I thought of you, of all people, would understand how wonderful it is simply to live.
No, I'm sorry. I don't know why you would show yourself to me, but I can see that you are concerned about me.
What?
Which is why it pains me to deny you, but I must correct you when you were in the wrong.
Very well. Then tell me, Mashu. I'm interested in the conclusion you've reached.
You mourn the end of life and speak of the beauty of eternity, and I'm sorry. I don't understand the sorrow. I don't understand what's so great about eternity. Death is the end that comes to all living things. It's a natural part of life. You say there's no sadness because there's no death, but I don't think eternal life is happiness.
Why? The people of this town are happy. Eternity is the happiness that humanity yearns for.
No, that's a lie. Their smiles are wrong.
Their smiles are wrong. Are you saying that in this state of satisfaction, of freedom from all worries, is a lie?
Yes, smiling is what gets you through sadness. Humans continue smiling because they know their time is limited. But the smiles in this world are different. They're just smiling because they're not afraid. Those are not smiles. They're just muscle memory. The joys of life belong to those who live in the moment. Solomon, King of Mages, that is my answer to the question you once posed to me. I don't think anyone lives because they're scared of dying. We live because we simply want to live. We do our best to get through the day because we can't wait for tomorrow. Our journey is not about trying to avoid the end point of our lives we call death, but rather to pass through it. So, please, do not take away our desire to live.
I see. So that was the question the other me asked of you, Why do you fight? Why, knowing your life will someday end, knowing it's ended already? Why do you cling to life? Why, when you realize that there's nothing in your future you can save? What you've just told me, that is your answer. Shame. Truly a shame. Only those directly involved could be satisfied by such an answer. Bye. The demon god Flaros spoke of you, of how a short-lived creature, created by man, lived her life. I paid particular attention to you as a sample case. No more. I no longer care. There is no path to a longer life for you. You have rejected eternity, and so you shall die. So die like the trash you are, and take all of Chaldea with you. How dare he call her trash? Die as one who clung to life, as a brave warrior who overcame many trials and perils. Why? Because that was what everyone was foolish enough to see you as. It's sad, really. In the end, you're nothing more than another powerless, ordinary human.
Fuck him.
He's going to die a horrible death for saying those things. Okay, it's time.
Hey, good morning, Sarah.
It's Da Vinci here with your wake-up call. I figured you'd be getting up from your nap about now. Oh, no need for any formal greetings. This call is basically just me talking to myself. The command room is ready. Now it's up to you and Mash to begin the last order. But first, I have a request. No, it's less a request and more a bit of advice. I reviewed Mash's medical exams during the brief rest. I'll be blunt. Her body is at its limit. No! Both in terms of her life and combat ability. No! She doesn't have long to live and can only participate in one more major operation. No! I figured you needed to know, and Romani forced me to pass on the bad news. So, anyway, Romani believed that it would be best not to tell her, but I disagree. For one thing, I think Mash knows. I see. Coming from you, who's been with her the most, I'm not inclined to argue. That's it from me, then. I know this all comes moments before the battle to determine humanity's future. But that's that, and this is this. This. You've only got a brief moment before you head to the command room. Spend it in a way you won't regret. Mash, you get over here. See you in the command room.
Ciao.
Mash, you get over here. I need to hug you. I don't know. Please, come here. Thank you.
Good morning, Senpai. Did you just wake up too? I just took a nap and finished my physical checkup. If you're going to the command room, let me accompany you. Or would you like to go to the cafeteria and get a sandwich for some quick nourishment? Senpai?
Can't bring it up.
I think it's natural to feel pressured. I'm feeling overwhelmed. My heart is racing. But I'm not worried. It's always been this way to me. From Fuyuki to ancient Mesopotamia, I was never confident that I would be able to complete the mission. On the other hand, Senpai, even though you were more baffled than I was, you always managed to lead the way. So, no matter how much pressure I'm under, even if humanity's survival is at stake, as long as Senpai is my master, I will never feel worried. Sarah, you are the best master Chaldea has, and I'm very proud of you.
Oh, I'm crying, Mashu. Mash, god damn it, you're gonna make me cry.
Fo! Good morning, Fo. Have you come to bring us to the command room? Fo.
Fo's staring right at me.
Fo. Fo?
I don't know what to say. I can't bring it up, but Mash, you should stay in Chaldea.
Oh, thank you. That's impossible. Ever since you took my hand as the command room was collapsing around us, I've exclusively been your servant. If you're going to fight, I want to fight too, even if it shortens the small amount of time I have left.
So you know.
Yes, it is no reason for any extra concern. It's true that, unlike others, I was born and raised in a special environment. But I don't feel sad about my life so far. I know the doctor was worried about me, but I don't regret my life.
nothing sad has happened in it. You sure about that?
If there's anything to be sad about, it would be that I won't be able to see what comes next. My life has been very happy. Everyone was very good to me. Even if I only have a few more months left to live, I want to be proud of what I do with them.
It's just awful.
Not at all. My life has been more than worth it. I mean, I never thought I'd set foot outside Chaldea. It never seemed possible for me. But you saved me. Thanks to you, I was able to see the outside world. To see what the color of the sky was. God, Mash, you're gonna make me cry. My journey this past year has been a treasure to me. One I wouldn't give up for anything. So I'm going on the final mission. Solomon said that life has no value. Human history is meaningless. But that is wrong, and I will deny with everything I have, even if someone's life is going to be lost and forgotten. I've learned on my journey that the lives of every human in history are what built the present we live in now. It's true that I have no experience with life's sorrows. I don't understand the pain the King of Mages speaks of. But I know the joys of life, Senpai, Dr. Roman, everyone at Chaldea. And all the worlds we've traveled through have taught me. So, please, let me accompany you to the end, Master. To prevent the incineration of humanity, to show the value of human life, and to retake our future.
Thank you, Mash. Thank you. Let's go. God,
Alright, Mash Curelight will support you with everything I have. Fo-fo!
Oh, Mash, you're gonna hurt me. Right on time. Good morning, Sarah. Mash. Your physical and mental states both appear stable. The two of you are in top condition. No, your mental state is a bit elevated compared to usual. Did something good happen, Mash?
Yes, I was lucky enough to run into Senpai in the hallway again today.
Tactless doctor, aren't you? No, not really. I was just taking in your vitals. I'm your doctor after all, and I have to be precise, so... Wait, what do you mean by tactless? Did you literally just bump into each other or something? Did sparks fly? Oh, right. Here I am making my usual small talk. We're at the final stage. We need to stay focused and talk seriously. Master Sarah, Master Curelight. We finally identified the location of the King of Mages' base, which we knew existed outside the normal temporal axis. Chaldea will now make contact with this singularity. The entire facility will enter enemy territory. We will ray shift into the enemy singularity, but will also be physically connected to them. Well, we're gonna die. This will be different from our other expeditions. Moving between Chaldea and the singularity can only be done at contact points. In other words,
this is a surprise landing operation, crazy like Normandy.
just like always.
Yes, thanks for the lively response. Military regulations and dignity are no concern of mine.
Well, I kind of saw that coming. Fine, we're going to give up on being serious. Da Vinci, can you give us the briefing?
Sure, leave it to me.
Now, just like I said, this is a landing operation. That sets it apart from all the other orders so far. There's no need to look for a grail. The mission itself is simple, but you've got 3 things to do. First, besiege the enemy temple. Second, defeat the King of Mages. And third, return from enemy territory alive.
Defeat the King of Mages.
And then return alive?
Yes. Thanks to Sheba's analysis, we know the basic layout of the enemy territory. This singularity is its own little world. It's a conceptual universe. If Caldeus is a miniature model of Earth, then the enemy territory is a miniature model of the universe. Well, it's a universe with no other celestial bodies. On a human scale, it would be about the size of a single cell. Oh, okay. What's interesting is that there's only a single life form in this universe. But we can ignore that for now. There's an incalculable amount of magical energy swirling around the center of the singularity. That's definitely the King of Mages' throne. The throne will be your target, but the route connecting to it is currently blocked. Well, not anymore, because all the demon pillars are dead, but, well, almost all of them. That is to say, the temple gate is shut. Well, it's natural to protect one's seat of power. So, first you're going to destroy all the surrounding areas in the enemy's territory. The enemy territory itself is actually a single massive life form. It's sending energy from the outer edges to the core. So, once the outer edges are destroyed, the gate barring the way to the throne will shatter.
Destroy the outer areas to cut the flow to cut off the flow of magical energy. So that's why you talked about besieging the temple.
That's right! Our analysis revealed that there are multiple bases inside enemy territory. If you destroy them, or shut them down, the path to the throne should open. Then, you defeat the King of Mages once he's exposed, and finally come back to Chaldea.
It's not that simple, I'm 100% sure about that.
You'll have to walk back though. Well, that's not fun. Can we run? Traveling via ray shift can only be done along the contact point, the entrance into enemy territory. That's why it's a landing operation. It's going to be such a chore. You don't have to do anything. Okay. Once the King of Mages is gone, this singularity will disappear. In other words,
we need to run back as the singularity collapses. We're gonna die. Matt's just like, fuck.
Yes, this is different than before. We've never had to escape a collapsing battlefield.
yes, normally the only thing you'd have to worry about is if you're searching ruins. So, destroying the King of Mages is just the start. What's important is, coming back and not dying. Both of you need to stay focused until the very end and make your way back to the entrance. As soon as we've ray shifted to return you to the coffins, Chaldea will return to normal space. That's when the battle is truly over. Humanity and Chaldea will have won. Right, Romani?
Of course. That's why we've come all this way. Enter the enemy singularity and destroy the 7 bases. Reach the throne at the heart and defeat Solomon. Afterward, escape the collapsing throne and then return to Chaldea via the contact point. That's the mission. Any questions? What do you mean the singularity is a single life form? Is gonna talk more if I do that, probably. Well, actually, there's probably no reason to go into it. I'll tell you anyway. Do you remember Fuyuki's Greater Grail, the magical reactor core that caused the Fuyuki Holy Grail War? It was originally made from the dissected body of a certain mage. That's fun. The greatest of geniuses, the greatest of miracles. This mage had her magical circuits removed and used as a basis for the system. This was a special case of turning the small system that is a human body to a real universe. And this singularity is similar. It's a small universe made from the magical circuits of a certain mage. A reality marble that can exist outside of the temporal axis for as long as it has magical energy. That is the true nature of Solomon's base. And that's why we had to call it this. The Grand Temple of Time. Reality Marble Solomon. Okay. Dr. Roman? How pathetic. Looks like I'm the only one who has yet to be mentally prepared. But that's coming to an end right now. Look on your face, Sarah. It's cheered me up. As the acting director of Chaldea, I order you to enter the coffins. There's only a little time left. Chaldea reaches 2019. Everything will be over. We won't be able to restore humanity. This battle began with defeat. Solomon wiped out the entirety of mankind before anyone knew what happened. This is the greatest murder plot in human history. Solomon has been carefully planning this out since his death in 931 BC. Please, put an end to his absurd scheme. Prove that an endeavor as hollow as Solomon's simply needs to go up in flames without anyone ever knowing about it. Of course, leave it to me.
Yes, leave it to us, Dr. Roman. Senpai and I will return to Chaldea, I promise.
Good. Glad to hear it. Knowing you two, you won't lose to Solomon. Now let's begin the final order. Initiating Ray Shift program. The enemy is Solomon, King of Mages. The mission objectives are to destroy him and return alive.
We're all gonna die.
Unsummon program start. Spiritron conversion start. Ray shift starting in 3, 2, 1. All procedures cleared. Final grand order commencing operation.
Whoosh! Here we go. We're all gonna die. We're all dead. We're all gonna die horrible deaths. Yay. I love death. No, I don't. I hate this. Death awaits. Final singularity. Grand order. Has no foundation value. The grand temple of time. Solomon. The reign of stars. We're all gonna die. Okay, so that was the prelude. Now we start with section 1, Sector of Beast. Yikes. Okay. Yee, here we go. We're all gonna die. We're all gonna die. Horrible, painful deaths because the singularity. Oh God, what is that? Oh God, okay. Well, that looks joy.
We can't bear to see this endless slaughter. We can't bear to hear this ceaseless screaming. Our clairvoyance reveals all the horrible truths of past and future. I, as king, cannot turn a blind eye. We simply lack the ability to turn a deaf ear. How ugly. Ugly, 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 ugly. We are forced to witness all the horrors of this world, the revolting and hideous that are forced onto us, burned into our memory. The only sensible thing to do is rectify this repulsive state of being. But how? Even if we are to eradicate their filth, humans would simply create more. The very premise is wrong. As long as life exists, we can fix nothing. It must be redone. That is the only option. Everything must be redone and perfected right from the beginning.
There goes my computer. What do you want? Okay.
What must be erased is not merely human history, nor the ecosystem, nor continents, nor time itself. We must begin from true nothingness. Our plan was to recreate this planet from its beginning. In order to do so, considerable resources are required. We need a truly massive amount of fuel. For example, the massive amount of energy generated by incinerating all life on this planet. Well, that's fun. Not really. But a one-time harvest will not be enough. We will need to draw from the past, the present, and the future of the whole world. Okay, so is that why things were happening? 1 second, 1 minute, 1 hour, 1 day, 1 month, 1 year. Energy generated in each of these time spans will be harvested going backwards in time. That should work. 3,000 years worth of the planet's most potent energy. Once it is collected, bound, and controlled, our task can be accomplished. Okay. Our kindred, the portents, we scattered across the land. We writhe here in our we shall leave a path for our kin who follow behind us. Indignation? Build a temple, pile the bands of light. We need every existing resource to destroy humanity. We need every second of eternity to forget humanity. Seek the way to the final singularity. There you shall find us, on the throne of the King of Mages. Okay. Well, look at there. That's fun. Sarah, Mash, wake up. Are you guys alright?
Ouch. Yes, Doctor. Reshift successful. We encountered strange interference we've never experienced before during the race shift. That image was...
It was the same image. Was it? Did that happen? I don't know. Maybe. I'll just go with that one. It's the same image just on Urk.
Oh, good. Senpai's alright too. Now, about the situation here.
On it. I'm monitoring you guys. You've definitely arrived at the Temple of Time. Legend of Zelda much? And these are the same readings I measured 1,000,000 times in Mesopotamia. A spirit origin that doesn't fall under any of the 7 classes. The Beast of Calamity, known as one of the evils of humanity. Oh, we're gonna be fighting beasts. Oh god, I hate beast class so much because of Urko. Fuck me. The reading I'm getting throughout the entire space is beast class. Yeah, we're all dead. Hello? You've got that right. Looks like you've lightened up a bit, Caldia. The fact you were lucky enough to make it past the 7th... I don't know what voiced it, because I'm pretty sure I knew talking. 7th singularity is an accomplishment worthy of praise from me. I knew it. This guy. Fuck this guy.
You are...
Lev Ladner. Yeah, that guy. Fuck him. Should I say, hi, it's been a while. But there's really no need for greetings, or for us to catch up. I know how your battles with the other demon god pillars went. I'm impressed to see an inexperienced master like yourself has made it this far. It may surprise you to know that I'm very well acquainted with the subtleties of human nature. That's why I can admire Sarah's efforts. Honestly, your persistent survival is hideous. It makes me sick. Why can't you just lay down and die? It's so simple, anyone should be able to manage it.
Professor Lev, I will not ask why you are alive. There's one thing I do want to know. When you approached Director Olga Marie, was your intent to destroy Chaldea and humanity even then, from the very beginning?
That is such a MASH question. There must be something else you'd like to ask. No. He must have been on humanity's side, at least in the beginning. Surely Lev Larner was originally an honest man. He must have been seduced by the King of Mages at some point.
Isn't that it? I want to know, too, Professor Lev. You were working for Chaldea even before I joined. The foundation of humanity could not be restored solely with Chaldeus. It was Sheba, which you developed, that allowed us to get this far. It's hard to believe that you have been working for Solomon from the beginning.
Yeah, it's hard to believe you were able to deceive me for 4 years. When did you become a demon god pillar? Oh my, what a pleasant surprise. Romani Arkman, and you too, Madame de Venture. What familiar faces. I never expected to chat with you guys again. You are all concerned for my reputation, rather human rights. You seem so preoccupied with things like that. But that is unnecessary. So you want to know when I started serving the King of Mages. Beginning 3,000 years ago, of course. From the moment the plan was set in motion, we are already in place throughout the world. Lineages destined to birth a demon god pillar in 100 years, in 500 years. Or even 1,000 years later, I just happen to be one designated for 2018 AD. We were like seeds planted on the ground. An original order, handed down through generations of mages, a certain way of being that must be protected, absolutely. Our Grand Order is the rule that the King of Mages created for this very moment. While human mages established their own principles and theories passed them down to their descendants, we, whose power was born of King of Mages, survived through generations until the designated time. We etched a curse into our genes to host the demon god pillar and continued our lineage until our appointed era arrived. And in 2017, at the point where I awakened as the last designated demon god pillar, your history came to an end. All necessary resources had been collected, but you Chaldeans insist on surviving. Why? What made you do that? Did I miscalculate somewhere? No, that's not it. It was because of an imposter managed to slip past my watchful gaze. Am I right, Romani Arkman? Seems I underestimated you. Or maybe you were playing the fool in front of me, so things would turn out the way they have. If so, that's really a shame. I thought we were friends. Medicine and sorcery. We may have not walked the same path. But at least I showed respect for your good nature and the vain efforts you were making. Okay. Of course not. There's no way you could have detected Romani's nature. After all, he didn't trust anyone around him until I was summoned to Chaldea. What? Romani may be an ordinary person, but but on one certain matter, he demonstrated more patience than any genius could. I don't know the reason. I don't even know who the enemies are. There's no guarantee that it's even going to happen. He threw his entire life away, believing in the crisis of mankind he only saw in a dream. He continued to wait, believing that something couldn't possibly happen would, in fact, occur. He couldn't let his enemies know that he'd noticed, so he couldn't tell his allies either. And since he didn't know how to prepare for that moment, all he could do was study everything he possibly could. That's how Romani Arkman spent more than a decade in hell of his own creation, where he could not rest even for a moment. Such a man would never shows his true nature even to a friend.
This fool even kept telling himself that he was worthless, trash, or scum, or something like that. Well, you think so? I don't think I'm that self-degrading.
Of course, I kept an eye on his suspicious behavior.
That's why I made a move to kill him with the command room explosion. But even that failed because that master intervened.
What? Is that true, Senpai? You saved the doctor's life.
I guess I did. It was such a long time ago. Whatever. Our king is tied up right now. The final calculations will be done in a few hours. Normally, I would ignore you all. But this is a good opportunity. I'll tidy up my own loose ends right here. You have absolutely no chance of making it to the throne. I will prove that right now. Hear me, my name is Demon God Vlaros, one of the 72 demon gods, the one who covers information! I was caught by surprise last night. I'm full of energy today. I'll enjoy seeing how much you've bettered yourselves.
Okay. Look at that. Yep, there it is.
Lev Lur has transferred into a demon god pillar. Master, your orders, please.
Not really, because we're about to... Dealing with a demon god pillar 2 is no big deal now.
Yes, here I go, Master.
Not really, we're not going to be able to fight because I've already done it, so... yeah. Oh, so just take me right to the next part?
It's pointless. Everything you do is pointless. Ha!
It can't be. The demon god pillar has reappeared. It wasn't restored or healed. An entirely new Flaros has been born.
Don't tell me the ground's completely. What was that? What was that impact just now? Something hit us from the outside. The second reactive theory unit has sustained over 60% damage. Oh, we're gonna die. We've lost the northern observation room. Detecting the sense of pressure in the opposite Veridome. Words. T-minus 5 minutes until collapse. If the dome is destroyed, we won't be able to hold the command room. Callia will enter foam state and be swallowed up by the Temple of Time. Pseudo Spiritron. Fuck, there's so much happening. Spiritron computing efficiency has fallen out of the qualia zone. We're losing reactive theory strength. Cut off all power to external facilities. Reroute everything to Caldius and reactive theory units. We need to maintain the command room's functions. Leonardo, what about the resources you have saved up in your workshop?
I've transferred them to the Spiritron Calculations supercomputer. My secret stash should cover it. This will be futile, Romani. The attackers are the Demon God Pillars! 6, 7, 8. 8 Demon God Pillars have wrapped themselves around Caldia! I could fight directly, but I'd be able to take out maybe one at best. And that won't solve the problem at hand. We'll need to destroy the singularity before Caldia gets smashed to smithereens! That's impossible! Impossible, you hear! I am immortal! Weary, whatever, this entire space is us! Come, my kindred, show yourselves! We're all gonna die. Look at that death.
More Demon God Pillars. No, these are...
Yes, we are the 72 demon gods, and they are us. You killed me, but what of it? There will always be 72 demon god pillars, no matter what you do to us. As long as the throne exists upon this land, our number will never decrease. If you want to kill me, you'll have to eradicate all 72 of us. We're all dead. But what chance do you have of that? Where is your army? There's nothing on earth that can stand against us. You haven't caught us. You've merely thrown yourselves into our graves. Your own graves. You're like moths to a flame. I commend your enthusiasm.
We're not getting any transmissions from Caldia. Master, what should we do?
No way.
I've underestimated you. I see you still have the guts to meet your enemy's gaze. That's enough. I understand you don't know when to give up. It might have worked until yesterday. Up until yesterday. The last master. The last human. Sarah. We have the utmost respect for you. You were supremely entertaining. We laugh at your resistance in the first singularity. We laugh at your zeal in the second singularity. We laugh at your adventure in the third singularity. We laugh at your quest in the fourth singularity. We laugh at your advance during the fifth singularity. We laugh at your survival in the sixth singularity. And the seventh singularity. Well, that wasn't very pleasant. It was a poor show. Not the least bit entertaining. Let's just forget it entirely. What? No, shut up. In any case, your fight has been truly amusing. And the fact it was utterly pointless makes it even better. You fought all this way and it was worthless. You fought up until now, and even still, your end will be utterly pathetic. It has been a spectacular show. Thank you, and goodbye.
Caldia will meet its end here and now.
Senpai!
Mash!
Inuyasha, Kagome! That's what it reminded me of just now. That's funny. Well, we're dead. Died. Died and gone to heaven. Died and gone to heaven.
Maybe. It was pointless after. No, it's not! No, calling it pointless is ludicrous. Isn't it a bit too early for you to be giving up? I don't know who's talking. Hello, who's talking? This battle was a long journey that took you back through human history. However, you never once failed to despair. That's because you had so many encounters on that journey. Even if this entire planet became the battleground for the Holy Grail War, even if everything on this land had turned into eternal ruinous grounds, even if the countless powerful enemies stood in your way, at the end of your journey, okay? You never gave up. You looked forward, knowing our fate has not yet been decided. This is no different. Now, let the battles begin, Master. Wasn't this meant to be a story about us taking back our future together? I don't know who's talking. Who's talking? And who's killing these demon pillars?
Gah! What's going on? Why isn't Sarah gone? Why does Chaldea still exist? Why? Why are our bodies crumbling?
All 8 demon god pillars have been destroyed. We did it. Way to go, Da Vinci. You're amazing. What trick did you have up your sleeve this time? You should have let us know you had such a powerful secret weapon.
No, that wasn't me. That was...
Yes, that was who? Primates have flourished for thousands of years. The Age of Gods has ended, and through time, mankind has become the most prosperous beings on Earth. And who is talking? And so, we shape the future of this planet and inscribe its history on the surface. For that, we nurtured knowledge, produced many resources, and saw countless lives reincarnated. It is a map to prolong mankind's survival and to ensure its everlasting prosperity. In the world of magecraft, this is called humanity. Those at Chaldea have been charged to protect it. Is this a dream? Are my sensors broken? Are summoning spells being activated all over the singularity? There's no catalyst, no summoners. They're materializing autonomously, following the thin threads of fate that intertwine when you cross paths. 10, 20, 30 spirit origin signatures. It's still increasing. Sarah, this is... You guys all came. Is this all servants? Eastern terminal nerve system aflame. Number of enemy servants rising. I'm not giving all these things voices. Western nerves damaged. 24 enemy servants confirmed. Inconsequential. No matter how many of them there are, we're just extensions of man. They're not a colony like us. They must live separately and fight individually. Destroy them, eliminate them, remove them. Mere servants are no match for us. I cannot see anything that would be capable to destroy the 72 demon god. Eastern terminal nerve system destroyed. Demon gods 1 through 8 cannot maintain nominal values. Huh. So all the servants are banding together and destroying the demon pillars. Awesome. Great. I don't feel like reading all of that. Left and right. Base thoracic cages damaged. We recommend retreating from this space. What's going on? Why are we being overpowered? How are humans who reject mutual understanding fighting together like this? Yes, it is true that we are life forms who are obsessed with self-interest. And it's no different as a heroic spirit. In fact, it is because we are heroic spirits that we cannot abandon our convictions. But there is one human who believes in us. A human who still believes that we are heroes, even after meeting so many heroic spirits and witnessing so many battles. What heroic spirit could ignore that call? Oh Lord, that's John. That's John for sure. Oh Lord, I shall raise my flag once again for the salvation of a nation. Nay, for the salvation of this world. Yay! Hear me,
Heroic spirits, mighty warriors who have gathered here. Though we may be rivals from completely different eras, we must stand together now. Not to prevent the incineration of humanity, but to open up a path for our contractor. My true name is Jeanne d'Arc. In the name of the Lord, I shall become your shield. So many. Those are shooting stars racing across the sky.
Yeah, they're servants. This is amazing. They just keep coming. I have no idea why either. Neither do I. Maybe they were able to get in because the singularity exists outside of time? No, it doesn't matter, excuse me. Among the heroic spirits you met on your journey, heroic spirits who fought alongside you. Yeah. I'm sure there are some who planned only to lend their power for a short while. And yet, they've all come to help you out. This is a sight so rare, you could live 1,000 lifetimes and never see it again. The servants' attacks are pinning the demon god pillars in place. Every single one of the 72 demon gods has been engaged. We can eliminate them right now. Open a path to the center, Sarah. We only have a little time left. Gotcha. Can do. Okay, so that was that part. Man, though, well, this has been going on for too long, so next time we will, see what the next part's all about. Yeah, that'll be fun. So, hope you guys enjoyed this. Sorry I have to do it this way. It's kind of, I wanted to farm the pillars for materials, so I'm sorry, guys. Anyway, I'll see you guys whenever Let's Play review video I do next is. Bye!